Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm a summer student in the Kapoor Lab at the UHN Schroeder Arthritis Institute.
My name is Ethan, and I'm a summer student at the Valios Lab at the Donald J. Johnson Art Institute.
I'm Hannah, and I am a summer student with the communications team at the Krembil Research Institute.
My name is Jessica, and I am a summer research student at the Health Lab at Krembil Brain Institute.
One word that I would use to describe my experience here would probably be exploratory.
Rewarding.
It's exciting.
Transformative.
There's a lot of techniques that we use here that I've never seen before. We do a lot of stem cell work, which is super exciting.
It's really changed and developed my understanding of research, and I really gained a deep appreciation and knowledge of scientific research.
A passion of mine is communications, so it was nice to be exposed to so many different forms of that and still have a bit of neuroscience intertwined with the work that I do.
So I had basically no machine learning background, and my supervisor has been so patient with me and teaching me each step of the pipeline for machine learning, and everyone is just super welcoming and willing to help you. So yeah, I think this experience has just been a really rewarding opportunity.
Usually I'll come into the lab in the morning and I'll read a little bit.
So I spend most of my time in the wet lab.
I think it's important to stay updated on current literature.
I'm doing a little bit of literature review and trying to put together my presentation.
I will do some protein staining.
So mostly coding. Basically every day is coding.
I'm working on graphics,
Googling error messages.
content for social media.
I'm currently conducting and learning Western blotting techniques and cell culturing for an upcoming project.
Other times maybe I'll do PCR to check for whether or not a gene's transcript is present.
Other than that, I participate in regular lab meetings,
I participate in media interviews and shoots with our clinicians and our researchers.
and I'm also constantly learning from the other lab members through conversations, shadowing them, and helping in their research projects.
Favorite thing about being a summer student? There's a lot.
I think being immersed in the whole research process. So I was able to see the brainstorming process, the exploration process, and then the validation of our hypothesis and things like that. Yeah, and just being also able to work with really experienced researchers.
And it's nice to learn how everybody sees things and be able to put that into the work that I do.
Just coming into a new lab and learning about all these different projects, you haven't had an experience quite like this.
So I love that I'm able to apply the concept I've learned in my undergraduate and see how it all ties together in real-world research. And I also love that I constantly can learn from the experienced members in my lab about what it means to be a researcher.
I've been learning a lot about the research process. It is very different from coursework, which is kind of what I'm used to. You're figuring out what it is you need to learn and then what it is that you should try to investigate to help the research field, and being able to critically think about the current literature and how to take your own research.
Dr. Valios brought up a really interesting point to me, and that was that when I read this article, I read the title first, and that influenced how I saw the rest of the article. And I was thinking I should go in with some cynicism.
One thing that I've learned this summer is how to tell a story. I've had so many chances to capture people's voices, listen to them, tell their story the way they would want it told, and in a way that would be engaging for other people.
But I've probably learned most about the pathogenesis of osteoarthritis and the complexities of the disease, the importance of identifying biomarkers and the cellular processes that can be really important targets for potential therapeutic strategies.
Being here at Krembil has reinforced what I want to do in the future.
Well, it's hard to say right now.
Also something I ask myself every single day. I'm not completely sure yet. I'm thinking either professional school or a master's.
I want to go into medical school.
So I want to be a doctor. I'm hoping to go to medical school, and this experience has really shown me the clinical side of research and how important it is to the medical field.
I'm not quite sure. I want to learn as much as I can, and that's part of why I'm doing this summer research experience. It's to learn what it's like to be, a master's student, a PhD student. What does the day in the life of a PI look like?
I get the chance to meet clinicians, and I get to see the kind of work that they're doing that I can picture myself in.
We need more work done for treatments, and I want to be part of that difference.
Broadly speaking, what I have planned for the future is just to pursue something that I genuinely find fulfilling, because I think that's so important.
I tell other aspiring summer students to take every opportunity they get to get involved in research, whether that's through their school or through these programs at UHN, and also to not be afraid to ask questions.
Always being curious and seeking out help and learning from other people.
Really get to know the other members of your lab.
It can be daunting.
It's intimidating, you're in a new environment, but each of them, they're so friendly and they're always so willing to help you out.
You're at this stage where you're learning to find yourself and what you want to do for the rest of your life or just for the next couple of years. But don't be afraid to get lost. Don't be afraid to try new things and use that to find your way.
Continue pursuing what it is you think is interesting and following your gut.